What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Do remember, we are rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window to keep you guys up to date, first and fast on YouTube with all the latest Manchester City transfer news. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Also, don't forget, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. We smashed it on the last video. Let's see if we can do it on this one as well. And also, don't forget, most importantly, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. So, let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the out, and we've got an update on Herbie James. He's a 16-year-old prospect at Manchester City, but he has now signed a 3-year professional deal with Tottenham Hotspur. That's according to the Secret Scout over on Twitter. It's a great shame to be losing a great prospect, but I am wishing the very best of luck to Herbie on his career as a professional football player. What a dream. Man City losing a great prospect, but he gets to become a professional football player, which when you're growing up, watching, playing, living and breathing football, your dream is to be a professional football player, and Herbie James gets to achieve that. So massive congratulations to him. Wishing him the very best of luck. Man City's loss here is Tottenham Hotspur's gain. Now moving on to another young player at Manchester City, Jadel Katongo. Now he could be leaving Manchester City out on loan very soon. He's an 18-year-old, apparently attracting interest from France, from Germany, and also clubs in the EFL as well. No names of clubs have been mentioned, just attracting interest, and Manchester City apparently are happy for him to be loaned out. That's according to Pete O'Rourke over on Twitter. Now moving on, we've got the very latest on Kyle Walker, and Mike McGarth has said that Manchester City, they have offered Kyle Walker a 2-year extension to his current deal. So it would be a 3-year deal until the summer of 2026. There's been no indication as of yet from Kyle Walker about whether he wants to sign this contract with Manchester City or whether he wants to seek a new challenge and leave Manchester City and sign for somebody else. Bayern Munich showing the most interest out of any club out there. I suspect his future won't be sorted until Kyle Walker returns back to Manchester City and back to pre-season training when he's back from his holiday. As of yet, that hasn't happened, so we still await the future and the decision of Kyle Walker. But offering him a 2-year deal I find very interesting, because I reckon if we'd offered İlkay Gündoğan a 2-year extension, which is what's been offered to Kyle Walker here, İlkay Gündoğan would still be a Manchester City player. As it is, it was only a 12-month extension with the option of another 12 months. That might be the 2-year offer being offered to Kyle Walker as well. He might be getting offered a flat 2-year deal. He might get offered 24 months plus the option of another 12 months. Remains to be seen. We'll have to wait and see. Now moving on to the final out transfer that we've got for this video, Bernardo Silva. Pretty big update on him now. Le Parisien over in France have said that negotiations aren't really underway between Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City when it comes to Bernardo Silva. They say that Bernardo Silva is keen on a move to PSG, he is keen on a move to Paris, and can see himself living in Paris as well. However, Le Parisien say that Pep Guardiola, he is the man standing in the way of this transfer. He is blocking, they describe it as blocking the transfer. Pep Guardiola blocking the exit for Bernardo Silva to leave Manchester City because he loves Bernardo Silva. He wants him to stay at Manchester City, and he'll do anything for Bernardo Silva to be able to stay at Manchester City. Now, I would say with Manchester City, when it comes to Bernardo Silva, it may well take 2 players to replace him, because he's one of the most versatile players in the world. He can play right wing, left wing, play behind the striker, play in a deeper role in midfield. We've even seen him slot in at left back. He can play in numerous positions. So to replace a player of that quality, it can't happen. There isn't a player out there, like for like, that is like Bernardo Silva, that is as good as Bernardo Silva, which means if we sell him and we're looking for them positions, we may need to go out there and sign another central midfielder. We may need to go out there and sign another winger. It becomes complicated. Our small squad that we've already got starts to, with the exit of Bernardo Silva, look pretty depleted. So Manchester City, to me, if we let Bernardo Silva go, number one, it has to be for a lot of money, and number two, Manchester City will need to find suitable replacements, in my opinion, before Bernardo Silva is allowed to leave. And to me, the fee to cover 2 players, a central midfielder and a winger, should be covered by the fee that PSG pay for Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva being replaced isn't an easy thing to do. It will take a lot of time to be able to do that. And with that being the case, I would set a time limit on how long Bernardo Silva has before I wouldn't accept any offer for Bernardo Silva, because he is that difficult to replace. In an ideal world, I'd want Bernardo Silva's future to be sorted before the start of the transfer market, so Man City can get some replacements lined up, so you can get them sorted and in the squad for the start of pre-season. That isn't looking like that's going to be the case. If Bernardo Silva does leave, that could be absolutely detrimental to Manchester City and our objectives for the forthcoming season. So this, to me, is a very peculiar, very particular situation that needs to be managed correctly by Manchester City, because it could be very, very detrimental to Manchester City's season. So that's how key Bernardo Silva is to Manchester City, and that's why Pep Guardiola blocking the exit to PSG as it stands right now. Now, moving on to the ins, we've got the very latest on a new name for this window. Comes in the form of an update on Thiago Almada. Now, Bruno Gonzalez Garcia on Twitter has said that Manchester City, they have made contact with Atlanta United over in the United States of America to ask about the availability of Thiago Almada. Now, he was first getting linked with Manchester City very briefly when he was playing for Vélez Sarsfields. He left Vélez Sarsfields to go to the United States of America, so swapping South America for North America. And surprisingly, for an experienced Argentinian central midfielder, 22 years old, surprisingly, has never played domestic football in Europe. But he's been linked with a move to Manchester City. No numbers have been put out there, just Manchester City are interested. Now, to me, it's very much the quality that we would be looking for. Underappreciated talents from around the world that aren't playing in the European top leagues that you can pick up for a really good price that Manchester City can help develop to make them into even better players. I would like to have seen us gone for Enzo Fernandez. I'm quite surprised Manchester City never took up the option to sign Enzo Fernandez last summer when we brought in Julian Alvarez. And to me, Argentinian top talent could be a good way to go to being able to get some really good deals for some fantastic football players. Already got Julian Alvarez here settled at Manchester City. Bringing in Thiago Almada as well could just be a shrewd bit of business done by Manchester City. He's of a good age. He will get better under Pep Guardiola. He's got a good attitude. And most of all, he's a talented, hard-working player. And he will have a lot to add, in my opinion, to Manchester City's central midfield. But as it is right now, City making contact, the interest is there. There is always that big hurdle between moving things from interest into concrete offers from Manchester City. Remains to be seen. I know Man City still looking around the market. We missed out on Declan Rice. City could still be tempted to go in for a central midfielder. We may want to go in for a winger. Players start to leave, all of a sudden it opens up space in the squad. It is very much a case of watch this space when it comes to the transfers with Manchester City. Things can change very quickly, and as I always say, the summer is long. Literally anything can happen. So remember, every single step of the way, I'll keep you up to date every single day with all the latest Manchester City transfer news on YouTube. So if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel. It is free. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Do leave your thoughts in the comments below of what you make of these transfers. Thiago Almada, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Finally, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are enjoying the video. So 300 likes is the like goal on this video, so any help towards that would be great. And I'll see you all again tomorrow religiously for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I do hope that everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.